CA, and we're going to be going over our weekly breakdown as usual. And for the past couple months now, our weekly analysis has been absolutely bang on, and we've been making a killing from it. It's been just pretty much almost to the T, and this is probably going to be the one week that I think a lot of traders are going to be really struggling with. So we can see on the chart that we've been just ranging up here for the past week or so and just creating a giant balance. So obviously to trade the balance, we'll look to sell the highs and buy the lows and trade it back within the range. But this is on a weekly time frame, so you can see that it will take quite a while to get from top to bottom. So as a day trader, you're going to be taking and initiating trades within the chop, which means you're probably going to get wicked out a lot because as price rotates around back and forth, as it pretends to go to the highs, doesn't quite get there, goes back to the middle, stays in the middle, comes back up, finally gets to the highs if you're patient enough, and then it falls back into the middle. So even though it's very simple, just trade the range, it's going to be a little bit more complicated to actually execute properly and make money in this market. So let's zoom in a bit and see what we can do. So I've got these levels marked up here on my chart, and you're going to see that come Monday morning, I'm going to be looking to just stay within this New York range. So I'm going to be looking to buy gold around these lows and sell gold around these highs. So we're talking about around 55 to 60 on GC and 26 to about 22 for the lows. And just looking to trade within this range. And it is going to be sitting on top of the weekly POC, so it's going to be very choppy. I'm not going to want to take trades in the middle. It's going to get messy. And you see, I've got a lot of the lines marked up, a lot of levels marked up, so it's going to be difficult. So as far as our options levels go, we have 417, around 472. We have call walls, which will likely give a nice reaction. So I'll be looking to just trade the reaction from these points rather than actually trade a huge move from it, since we are in a massive chop zone. And if we get past these boxes here that I have, horizontal boxes that I have on the screen, if we get past them, I'm not going to really be looking to initiate any trades. I think it's going to get real messy as the market tries to decide whether it wants to go higher or whether it wants to fade back into the range yet again. So if we get past it, will it just chop around, travel through the lower part of the distribution, or is it going to just fade back right into the middle? All right. So be careful come the week of gold, but as the week progresses, hopefully the data on the daily profiles will get much clearer so we can trade it more accurately and safely. Now let's go over to NASDAQ. So we have our volume profile, and we can see that obviously the NASDAQ is in a bullish momentum as far as the technicals go, but fundamentally it is actually bearish. And COTs are actually decreasing and decreasing their positions, actually increasing on shorts. And it's actually majority, they are shorting the market. But does that mean it's going to go down? No, because as we can see, NASDAQ has been going up still. So what can we do with this? So once the market actually starts breaking down into this lower value area, then I'll start looking for shorts, looking to trade it down to the 25.50, 29.550s, and playing a reaction, probably trying to buy around here, just play the reaction to pull it back up for a retracement. But come Monday morning, let's take a look at what we can do. We'll probably looking to stay in this upper distribution that we have here, this upper range. So we'll zoom in to our daily time frame. Now, here we can see that we have a triple distribution from New York where they sold it off and we put in the majority of the volume at the lows, but we did not close at the lows. We've actually closed back in the middle. So come Monday morning, I'm going to be looking to see if we can trade it back up towards value area high of New York, test this upper distribution, possibly find sellers at this peak here, this high volume peak of the New York session, or even up into the 30,000 to 60s to 50s to test around the weekly value area high level and fade it back down. Now, if we get up to 3,300s, we have a call wall. I will expect a reaction from here. I will be looking to just play the reaction down. Not a huge move, just a reaction. And as far as downside targets, once I actually initiate a sell, I'll be looking for 30,100, the put wall right down here. And if we just start, breaking past here, now I'm going to be looking to target 30,020s, and this is a low volume area. So if we start to break down, start putting in volume and start breaking down, we can target much lower prices. First target would be the 920s. And then around the 850s, we have the HVL. So if we break below here, the market can't hold this level, then I expect just continue selling, and we're just going to keep on selling the market all the way down to the 500s. So pretty simple for NASDAQ. It's not going to be too complicated. Just wait for your levels to get reached and take your trade. And we'll be seeing you live on the Discord and also live in the YouTube streams. And if you guys want access to all the option levels that get updated daily, you've got to join the premium section. And if you want the live daily breakdowns with us and learn how to trade order flow properly like a professional, you got to join us in the free Discord. So I'll see you guys there. Have a great week.
Hey everyone, it's Simon here from the Flow Trading Academy, and this is my look ahead for next week on gold. Week commencing the 17th of August, and that we're going into next week, guys. So these are the key levels that I'm currently watching for. So as I start off these sessions, I like to first look at the daily time frame. I'll always go back to it, guys. I'll always mention the key levels that we had in October and November 2025. These are really key important levels because they show us where this really aggressive uptrend and bullish move came from to finish off the year. And what it also does is informs us where we could expect that this large bearish move came from that we experienced on gold so far since the start of 2026. And what's happened here, as you can see, we've tagged into this level from the 2025 level, and we consolidated along there for many, many weeks. And we have eventually all of August, this is August opening candle here, Monday the 3rd of August, and since then we have been in a bullish trend. Now, we are starting to tag into these key areas of supply and resistance, so next week's going to be really interesting. But for August so far, we certainly haven't been wanted to go against the really aggressive bullish trend that we've been seeing on gold since August opened. Okay, guys, so let's take it over to the footprint now. And these are the key levels that I'm going to be watching for, guys. These are futures prices. This is GCZ6. So I'm going to be really focusing on current price is here around the 44.29s. At the 44.20s, we took a fantastic buy during Friday's NYSE session. And the reason for that buy, I'll show you in a second if I zoom in. We took a really good buy from here from the 44.22s because of this key order flow activity. Really huge selling activity was taking place on the ask at 44.22. You can see that that sell pressure completely failed and we continued to move up. And as we were in a bullish trend all day on Friday, we were able to capitalize on this move and we got the retest here this failed to break, and so when we got the retest, we were confident that we could take the buys back up. And you can see, guys, we actually caught, if you'd have watched the short video on our Flow Trading Academy YouTube page, you'll see that that trade lasted a couple of minutes and we were able to catch 100 pips. We even got another entry. I personally didn't take it, but I know that people in the Flow Trading Academy group did. We got another entry here, pulled back straight into this area, and we were able to move to the upside. So, reason why that is such a key area of demand now, so this is around the 44.25s down to the 44.21. So for that reason, for the reactions at that level, we'll be waiting for market to open, retest this area, hold this area, which would nicely align also with VWAP. Even if we try and break this level, it's not the end of the world, because potentially we could be looking to break that level, grab a lot of liquidity, invite a lot of aggressive selling, only to reverse and go back to the upside. If we were to continue down, it's not a problem. We do have more buying opportunities at the 4400s. Again, really key level used in the order flow. If I just zoom in there for you guys, so you can see exactly why I am looking at that area. See here, the 4400s are really important because of all of this order flow activity that took place at this level. And not only that did it take place there, but we also have it here, 4400s. See that here? If I just zoom in for you guys. Again, 4400s, huge orders taking place at that exact same level. So again, the 4400s are going to be another area for me. So potentially pull back to there and we start to buy back up. Or even if we keep dropping again, we've got another demand zone at the 4380s. Again, you can see here, guys, this area was really clean for some good buys. So even therefore, you look at all this order flow activity, well over 400 contracts being traded there on the ask. So super aggressive selling that failed at the 43.86s. We were able to reclaim back above this level of the 43.80s, and then we continued moving to the upside. We had this amazing bullish trend on Friday that we were able to capitalize on, and we took fantastic buys and got out at 100 pips. Now, in terms of sells, we have an opportunity to sell from the 44.60s. This is a really good area of supply here, guys. It was retested here, and we had a very large move to the downside. So the 44.60s is another key level, guys, I'll be looking for. And of course, the 4500s down to the 44.80s is a super key level because of all of this order flow activity that took place since the 11th of August all the way through to the 12th. So you can see here, guys, if I zoom in there for you, see a lot of activity taking place at this key level, the 4500s. See there, failed breakout, a lot of failed buyers become trapped, and then that instantly rejected and caused a huge down move. We tried to break it roughly here, and we tried to break it here, and we've just been rejecting ever since. Okay, guys, so that's the plan for next week. We've got buy opportunities from the 4420s and the 4400s, 4380s, all the way down. You can literally look for buys all the way down to the 4330s as well. Look for confirmations, of course, guys, but those are the key locations that I'm going to be waiting for. In terms of selling, I'll be looking at the 4460s up to the 4470s. Look for, again, absorption of the buyers at these key levels. Even if we try and break above them into the 4470 levels, then we'll look to capitalize on the sales. And what we can do is, guys, is utilize these areas as downside targets, okay? Because we know that aggressive selling is going to try and attract more buyers into the market. So that's where we'll be looking to take our trades off, or we'll be looking to take sales at the 4500s and down to the 4480s. That's plan for next week, guys. Really straightforward. Let me just go over to trading view for you guys so it looks more familiar. And we'll get this marked out. We'll draw that. Get rid of that. There we go, guys. So that's exactly what we're looking at. That was that buy we took before, guys. I spoke about this. So this was about the 4200s that we talked about. No, sorry, 4320s that we talked about. We took a nice buy from there. Sorry, guys, no, not the 4320s, 4420s that we took there. Got 100 pips, and then there was that second re-entry that unfortunately we didn't take advantage of, but it just helps to give us extra confidence that this area would be a very nice buy. Also a nice area of low volume. You can see on the volume profile. So potentially, guys, we could have market open and we could be looking for longs around about the same price. Stop loss in an obvious place, just below there. So a nice 65, 55 pip stop loss. Target 200 pips. That's your second. That's your first option. Potentially, again, could look for a break of the previous day high, and then that could be your second trade for the week. Setting up there, again, looking to target the lows. So those are two really obvious setup, guys. And here we have on the GCZ price that we were looking at. So this whole area is the 4500s down to the 4480s that we were looking at. On spot, that is around 4440 and down to the 4420s. So we could be looking for potential sells up there as well. So definite sell opportunities up there. So that's going to be Monday's plan for me, guys. That's exactly what we're looking for. I've got all my levels drawn up, got them ready to go. If we correlate all this to the book map as well, my levels are there. I always, for those of you that have watched me trade for some time now, I will always use book map for my confirmation in terms of entering my trades. I always make sure I've got my areas of interest drawn out and ready to go. So that is the plan for Monday, guys. To the news next week, let's check out the news. Any high impact news for us? I think we have, yeah, on Monday, guys, we've got Canadian CPI. That's not going to impact the dollar too much, but it is good to be aware of, particularly if you trade prop firms, because I know that these really, anything that affects the dollar or any sort of instrument in a pair that you trade, I know prop firms are very hard up on. So we've got the CPI on Monday for the Canadian CPI, US dollar. We've got FOMC meeting minutes at 7 p.m. Not massive impact. That's not the FOMC meeting. That's just the minutes. Yeah, so actually it looks pretty clean for next week, guys. Yeah, not too much in terms of fundamentals. Let's hope it stays that way. So have a great week, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Please let us know if you enjoy these weekly analysis videos, and make sure you join the free Discord. And cannot wait to trade with you. Cannot wait for you to learn from us and trade with us and join a fantastic growing community. All right, guys, take care. Bye.